Yeah, yeah, yeah. Black society. Yeah, yeah. What's going on, YouTube? It's Black Side TV. A black school board member named Kesha Hamilton was tired of getting uh, racially targeted by the president of the school board. Um, and this is what she said.
Choose to be a part of the solution so that in time, the tweet could no longer be factually true. We have to ask ourselves, what are we angered over? The fact that it was said, or the fact that it is true? Or is the issue our incomprehension of how policies and practices established by the white majority are impacting each of us? And the last of the real issues is an attempt to silence the discussion around disparities along racial lines that exist. The tweet could no longer be factually true. We have to ask ourselves, what are we angered over? The fact that it was said, or the fact that it is true? Or is the issue our incomprehension of how policies and practices established by the white majority are impacting each of us?
She said what needed to be said.
And the last of the real issues is an attempt to silence the discussion around disparities along racial lines.
So background is Kesha Hamilton. She's a black school board member in Jackson, Mississippi. And on January 17th, this happened in 2023. It's kind of an old story, but the meeting that they had about this situation had to have heightened security because, like I said, it was in Jackson, Mississippi. She was afraid that some outside entities and groups, racist groups, was going to attend. And y'all ask why? Because she made a statement. Kesha Hamilton made a statement, referring to Fitzgerald, who is the school board president, a white man. And he said, let me see. She said, let me tell you what she said, what got everything going. So she made a comment on social media, and she described, let me see, she described whiteness as evil, so she received a lot of backlash from it. But what she said was, and I understood what she meant. She said that she used a description provided by the National Museum of African American History and Culture, which described whiteness or white radicalized identity as referring to the way that white people, their customs, culture, and beliefs operate as the standard by which all other groups are compared. She's basically saying that these the ones who are racist, because all white people are not racist, but the ones who are racist feel like that everyone should abide by their standards. So the board faced controversy again after Hamilton was mistakenly sent an insulting text from Superintendent Jeff. But now she's getting a text from the superintendent, Jeff Bill, who was another white man. Bill was later reprimanded for his actions, so he got reprimanded for his actions. But at this meeting, she had asked for security the first time, and the judge in the case told her no. The judge told her no. Let me see. She said, I was seeking for Fitzgerald to be particularly inconvenienced, but I was seeking my protection and I had no other recourse and had to let the court decide, Hamilton said. That's what she said, okay? Because she wanted the protection, and Fitzgerald is finishing her last board. Fitzgerald is a white woman. Fitzgerald's a white woman. I had it wrong. her last board term, which ends December 31st after serving 12 years, and Fitzgerald is 72. So Mississippi, it's deep embedded in her. The racism is deep embedded in her. Um, yeah. Uh, Fitzgerald said, Hamilton said, despite Fitzgerald's age, she believed she needed to be protected as she thought she would be to blame if there was ever a physical confrontation between the two. I don't want to have to defend myself against a 72-year-old woman, Hamilton said. Her attacking me or touching me or physically harming me would require me to defend myself, and the narrative that would come out from that would not be that I was protecting myself against a 72-year-old woman. It would be that I'm attacking a 72-year-old woman. Yep. I want to avoid that type of scenario altogether. Hamilton filed the request September 18, claiming she needed protection from the court after experiencing harassment and hostility from Fitzgerald during school board meetings. So this white woman who's the president of the board was harassing this black woman who was on the board as a member, harassing her and everything. She spoke of one closed session in November 2023 when Fitzgerald allegedly got close to her, was insulting, hostile, and refused to leave her alone, blocking her from exiting the meeting. See, they do things like this so you can touch them and then they can call the police. This is the type of stuff that racists do. They do stuff, they want you to touch them, so boom, oh, I'm calling the cops. This is their whole MO. This is how they get down. Blocking her from the exit. Not hearing of a sense of imminent danger. McBain denied granting, McBain is the judge in the case, granting the initial request and instead ordered Thursday hearing to hear from both parties. A PPO is set up for people who are in immediate threat of harm. They are not set up for a continued argument regarding political differences, Jamie White Fitzgerald attorney said during the hearing. The Jackson School Board has been embroiled in several controversies involving Hamilton since she first took office in 2021. February 2022, the board agreed to hire a third-party investigator to look into Hamilton's claims that she felt threatened by Superintendent Jeff Beal and then board member Aaron White after the January meeting. So she's a black woman, and she's around all of these, white people who are over her, and they're going at her. So she said they're threatening her. They're doing all kind of stuff. So, and she felt like she needed protection, and when she said whiteness, she really meant like racism, systemic racism, and she said that at a later date, but that's really what she meant, and that tends to happen. She's smart, intelligent, a black woman, and a lot of time, racists hate that, and especially Mississippi, because that's where she's at. Mississippi, again, Mississippi is like the poster. It's like the poster child for racism, for white supremacy. It's like the poster child. It's like every entity down there is a part of some type of racism, has some type of racism. You see how they say that they found KKK artifacts? Hey, so this woman is not lying, man. This woman ain't lying. She ain't lying. And then that 72-year-old woman, she was doing stuff like that, believing and thinking that this woman is not gonna touch me. She's not gonna touch me. She's not gonna do nothing. I can get all in her face. I'm white. This is how they feel. A lot of these white supremacists, it's how they feel. My lady and I, we went to Louisiana. It's deep rooted there too. And we went to this market to go buy, boudin and stuff like that. So it's this old white guy who's always in there. He always saying something smart and slick. But this time he told my lady, she couldn't read. You know what I'm saying? Now she reading everything perfect. Okay, but he had got mad that she kept reading everything out that she wanted, which a person is supposed to do. So he said, "Oh, you just keep reading it all the time." Things just when they racist, things just bother them that a black person does. It could be anything, and it just sets them off. So he said, "I know what it is. I know what it is. You can't read." So I said, "Hey man, I know he old man, so I wasn't trying to fight him or nothing like that. I said, hey man, look, man, don't do my baby like that. I said in joking, I said, hey man, don't do my baby like that." And he said, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I do what I want to do. I'm 62 years old." And he looked at 82. But he said, "I do what I want to do. I'm 62 years old. Now, if I beat you, then they're gonna say, oh yeah, see, he beat a younger man. Oh yeah, he did good. And if you beat me, if you whoop me, then now he went straight into fighting words. I was, I'm like, huh? And, and if you beat me, they're gonna say, yeah, you beat up on the old man. I'm like, what? So he's trying to get me to get riled up. See, this is how they do. Try to get you riled up so you could do something to him, and then they can call the police and all that kind of stuff. So then he say, well, I don't, I don't fight. I shoot like that. I'm like, oh, you threatening me, huh? I say, hell yeah. So I told her, I said, you know what? Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I say, let's go, man. I say, because, see, what he want to do is he want to get us riled up so we could do something and then go to jail. He's still back there cutting up meat. So I say, let's go. I said, it's a racist and this how they do. He been that way. He just finally let it out. But this is how racists do. And this woman, she said she's tired of it. She got tired of it. Kesha Hamilton got tired of it. And she made a comment about it. And they got all up in arms. She said she was getting threats and everything. See, they want to be racist towards you, especially in Mississippi. Look at Nolan Wells' case. I keep referring to this. Look at Nolan Wells' case. They want to find out what happened to their child. Everybody want to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. Anybody that's questioning that, they're sending threats. They're getting mad. I even had someone in my comment section. They get mad, send threats, don't want you talking about it, don't want you questioning their racism. And that's what that was. Those board members didn't want that black woman questioning their racism. They want to be racist and white supremacists, and they just want you to deal with it and take it. Nah. And that's what that was about. That's what it was about. They wanted her to deal with the racism of them being racist towards her at the workplace. And this woman was on her way out anyway. This Fitzgerald woman, a 72-year-old white woman, she was on her way out anyway. So she really was trying to be destructive and really didn't care. And like I say, they in Jackson, Mississippi. So, Jackson County, Mississippi. So they're in Mississippi. She feel well protected. Like I say, the Klan run deep there. Her husband or some probably was in the Klan. Her son's probably in the Klan. Her dad probably was in the Klan. She probably in the Klan. You see what I'm saying? So she didn't care what she done to that black woman. And then she felt like she didn't have no protection. And then, the black woman kind of showed that she was scared because, she started asking for, protection and all that and making sure, and black people got to know, man, listen, a lot of times you ain't going to be protected. You got to protect yourself. But I understand where she was coming from. She didn't want to get into it with this lady and then have to, knot her up or something. And there you go, she in trouble. So I understood where she was coming from. I'm telling you, man, they always do that. Try to nudge at you, irritate you, agitate you, so you could do something. But look at, man, y'all comment, y'all share, y'all subscribe to the channel. Let me know what y'all think. Purchase a super thanks so we can help, needy families, help the community, and further the channel. Till next time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Black society. Yeah.